KD's like, yo, man, I can't trust this dude. He shows up when he wants to. He's going to do his own thing.
He has enough credibility to speak on this, and he's right on the sense that the narrative around Kevin Durant would change if he won another championship in a different place. I don't think it changes his legacy, his accomplishments, his Hall of Fame career, being one of the 10 or 12 greatest players of all time. Another championship doesn't change that.
For almost 10 years, Charles Barkley and Kevin Durant have been tangled in one of basketball's most awkward rivalries.
Other than the fact when he joined the Warriors, he hasn't been successful anywhere else. And I don't hold that against him, but he wants to be considered in that list. He's not on that list. He wants to be like, wow, he's not in a GOAT conversation because you're not, plain and simple.
This isn't about skill, it's about what true greatness really means. The debate reignited in October 2025 when Durant finally fired back through Netflix's Starting 5 documentary, responding to Barkley's old bus rider insult with a passionate defense about sacrifice, pressure, and pride.
I think sometimes Charles says things and we don't view it necessarily as analysis, we view it as entertainment. Why he's so good on television.
On paper, Durant seemed to set the record straight. Barkley finished his career with 0 rings after 16 seasons, while Durant boasts 2 championships and 2 finals MVPs. Yet in the public eye, Barkley keeps coming out on top. Not because of stats, but because this feud has always been about legacy, respect, and whether winning truly counts when the road you took wasn't the hardest one.
About anything with basketball. He was a superstar in this game. He wasn't some scrub. There's a brother that showed up in a game 7 of a conference finals and dropped 44 and 24. There's a brother that Jordan stopped from winning the championship. Now you have people like Jordan, Julius Erving, even Isaiah Thomas that talk about the sacrifice he didn't make. So to win championships. So you're gonna have guys who did that say, who are you? Well, here's my response to that. He is a gold medalist. He is one of the elite players. He is a Hall of Famer. So he has credibility, but it doesn't mean he has to be right with everything he says. We respectfully disagree with how he classified Kevin Durant, but he definitely had the right to say it and he has credibility.
Back in October 2020, Barkley made waves on the Dan Patrick Show with his sharp bus driver versus bus rider analogy. His words sounded simple, but they cut deep, calling out who's really leading a team and who's just along for the ride.
Mount Rushmore. You have to be a bus driver. You can't be a bus rider. Kevin Durant is still a bus rider until he wins one in Brooklyn.
Mount Rushmore. You have to be a bus driver. You can't be a bus rider. Kevin Durant is still a bus rider until he wins one in Brooklyn. At first, it sounded like another classic Barkley hot take, loud, sharp, easy to ignore. But the real drama hit after Brooklyn got swept 4-0 by the Boston Celtics in the first round of the 2022 playoffs, the moment Durant was supposed to prove he could win on his own. Inside the NBA, Barkley went straight at Durant, sparking a media frenzy.
World talk. So you guys always talk about that championship stuff. I try to tell y'all, all these bus riders, they don't mean nothing to me. If you ain't driving the bus, don't walk around and talk about you a champion. If you riding the bus, I don't want to hear it. Come on, Shaq, tell him.
Breaking it down, here's the heart of Barkley's argument. Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green built a dynasty from scratch, winning 73 games in 2016. Then came Durant, fresh off blowing a 3-1 lead to them in the Western Conference Finals. Instead of leading his own squad, Barkley claimed Durant simply hopped on theirs, cruising to a title that didn't truly belong to him. Durant fired back on Instagram, posting Barkley with legends he once teamed with: Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, Julius Erving, Moses Malone, and captioned, "Where would Chuck be without the big homies?" But here's the catch: Barkley was 33, nearing the end of his prime, and still walked away empty-handed. Durant was 27, in his prime, joining a squad that had just defeated him. The feud escalated on Twitter, where Durant called Barkley, another terrible analogy from a hating old head who can't accept we making more bread than them. By March 2023, he doubled down, "This ain't getting tiring, Chuck. I'll never respect the words that come out your mouth, fam. Just deal with it." If you look closely, Durant wasn't defending his championships, he was attacking Barkley personally, shifting the focus to money and respect instead of legacy. And that only fueled Barkley further. By August 2022, Barkley went for the knockout on Arizona Sports 98.7 FM, giving Durant a new nickname, Mr. Miserable. The label stuck, portraying Durant as a superstar who could win titles but never find peace.
He just seems like a miserable person, man. I call him Mr. Miserable. He's never gonna be happy. Everybody's giving him everything on a silver platter. Mm-hmm. You know, he was a man in Oklahoma City. They loved him. He owned the entire state. And then he bolts on them and goes to the Warriors. He wins back-to-back championships, and he's still not happy. Then he goes to Brooklyn. They give him everything he wants, and he's still miserable.
Barkley's jab stung because it rang true. Durant had everything in Oklahoma City: a loyal fan base, a powerhouse roster, and a 3-1 lead over Golden State. Then came the collapse. Instead of running it back, he joined the team that broke his heart, won 2 rings, and still walked away unsatisfied. It wasn't just basketball, it was about fulfillment. By March 2023, CBS's 60 Minutes gave Barkley another national stage to keep the fire burning.
Kevin Durant.
He's very sensitive, great player. He's part of that generation who think he can't be criticized. He's never looked in the mirror and says, man, was that a fair criticism?
Durant's battles spilled off the court: 2 Twitter arguments, burner accounts, podcast appearances, endless explanations. It painted a picture of a superstar who couldn't stop fighting shadows. Jordan or Kobe? They let their game speak. In February 2024, during the All-Star broadcast on True TV, Barkley said bluntly, "Kevin's a follower, not a leader. He's proven that at every stop. Booker's a hell of a player, but he's the one who's got to take the Suns to the next level." The Suns then got swept in the first round of 2024 and missed the playoffs in 2025. By May, the Outkick show delivered what felt like the final blow in the saga.
Other than the fact when he joined the Warriors, he hasn't been successful anywhere else. And I don't hold that against him, but he wants to be considered in that list. He's not on that list. He's not on that list. He's a great, great player, but he's not on that list. He wants to be like, wow, he's not in a GOAT conversation, because you're not, plain and simple.
Oklahoma City fell short in the finals. Brooklyn got swept. Phoenix collapsed. The only time Durant truly won was on a 73-win Warriors team that didn't need saving. Finally, in October 2025, Netflix's Starting 5 gave Durant a platform to speak his truth. "I done rode the bus. I done filled the gas tank. I was the gas. I was the wheels, the axle, the brakes, every part. I played every role for that team." He even attacked Barkley personally. He never knew what it's like to remove your ego to help a city or town win a championship. It's all about him. His whole life is about how he feels, how he talks, how he can say anything. But Durant's argument crumbled: Barkley never won a title. If removing your ego means doing whatever it takes to win, joining the team that beat you isn't sacrifice, it's surrender. Staying in Oklahoma City and beating Golden State would have silenced critics. Durant's resume: 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, 2014 MVP, 15 All-Star nods, 11 All-NBA selections, for scoring titles, for Olympic gold medals, 31,000 plus points, 62% true shooting. Barkley: 0 championships, 11 All-Stars, 1993 MVP, Dream Team golds, 23,757 points, NBA's all-time leading rebounder for 6 feet 6 inches or shorter. Barkley's point isn't stats. Durant's rings feel manufactured because the Warriors had already dominated. Shaq backs Barkley. Chuck was right. He wasn't driving the bus in Golden State. You were on the bus. He was sitting up front. Younger fans see Durant as a legend. But outside Golden State, the results tell a different story: 2016 collapse in OKC, Brooklyn sweep, Phoenix failure. Only with a pre-built dynasty did Durant truly win. As of December 2025, Durant wears Houston red, his 4th stop since leaving Golden State. Houston is 15-5, second in the West. Durant just hit 31,000 points. This is his final chance to prove he can win as the undisputed leader. If it fails, Barkley's argument becomes bulletproof. Durant will go down as one of the game's greatest scorers, but a man who only won when someone else was driving. Barkley's lesson: true greatness isn't just about rings, it's about the grind, loyalty, and leading the team yourself. Durant hopped on a bus someone else built. Sometimes, the guy with no rings understands what rings really mean better than the guy who wears them. So, what do you think? Did Barkley win this decade-long battle, or can Durant still flip the narrative? Was Barkley brutally honest or just harsh? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives, untold rivalries, and wild NBA moments. Catch you in the next one. Peace.